Welcome to the 4 Point Plan. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, it is episode 25 of the 4 Point Plan, and it is December 20th, 2020. It is exciting. We are back here with the 4 Point Plan, and it's got a holiday feel today. You know, it feels a little, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Woo! I
Ho,
know.
ho, ho!
Yeah, ho, 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 Merry Christmas, my foot. This is exciting, folks. We are here, episode 25. I don't know if you all thought we'd make it here, but we're here. We're excited for the holidays. It's the holiday during the pandemic, and there's a lot of stuff going on for the holidays. But first, man, I want to tell you that if you want to stay sober for the holidays, we have a plan that can get you there. It's a 4 point plan. It says go to 90 meetings in 90 days, get yourself a sponsor and use that sponsor, get a home group, attend your home group, and get a service commitment. Find a way to give back to the programs that save your life. Whatever those programs are, AA, NA, Weight Watchers, whatever they are, man. Wherever you get your recovery, man, make sure you give back to your recovery so that we can only keep what we have by giving it away, right? So I am your host. My name is JR. I'm a drug counselor in Los Angeles, California. And as always, I am joined by my two best friends, my co-hosts, my buddies. First, Guy. Hey, say hello to everybody, Guy.
Hello, everybody. My name is Guy, and I am a believer of the 4 Point Plan.
Yeah, you are. Look at that guy. And then there's Sean over here. Sean, say hello to everyone.
Good morning. My name is Sean, and I'm also a believer of the 4 Point Plan.
Yes, I'm also a believer in the 4 Point Plan too. This thing works, man. It's amazing how good it works. I can't stand how good it works. You know what? It works so good that I survived to see another Christmas, man. You know what? This is my 50th Christmas. You know what? And they've all been kind of terrible. But hey, it's okay. I'm here for another Christmas. I never thought I'd see 50 of these, man. I didn't think I'd get 50 trips around the sun, but here we are. It happened, and I'm going to live through another Christmas. But here's the important piece, man. Will I be able to make it through my 12th Christmas without pick 'em up? Am I going to be able to get through this thing without smoking any weed or shooting any heroin or smoking crack? Or, the big one, man, is drinking, man. Think about it. The holidays are here, and everybody's like, oh, well, I think maybe I'll just have a drink. I know some people that toast to champagne on New Year's Eve. Motherfuckers, that ain't going to work for addicts and alcoholics because one is too many and a thousand's never enough. And you think, well, I'm just going to do it this one time, right? And so New Year's Eve, you tip yourself back a glass of champagne. Next thing you know, it's January 1st and you smoke a crack again. You're like, what happened? What happened? You got to be careful during the holidays, man. Another thing about the holidays, we start reminiscing, we start thinking back to holidays gone past where things really, for me, never went that well, right? And what you might start considering is, you know, just sadness and depression, man. People get really depressed over the holidays, and I always think of the things that I can't do or I can't have or I can't give people, and it sucks, man. I hate the idea of holidays, especially Christmas, where you're expected to give gifts. And the truth is, man, is the people that I love deeply and strongly, and I want to give them everything in the world. And the truth is I can't. And whenever I can't, man, it starts making me feel really powerless and miserable. And I hate it. And so I used to spend every holiday getting fucked up, like just to the brink of death, man. The blackout drinkers or the people that smoke so much cocaine that their heart feels like it's gonna explode. That was me, man. Fucking Christmas was a miserable, miserable holiday. But now I'm sober, man. And when you're sober, you gotta look at things different. So as always, man, I'm gonna approach the holiday this year with a bit of hope, but also with a healthy bit of trepidation, a healthy bit of fear that, you know, dude, the truth is, man, when I grew up, some crazy shit happened on the holidays, man. Like bad things could happen on holidays. Like I would wake up on Christmas Day and I'd be afraid to leave my room and see what the fuck was gonna happen this time. So, I don't know what holidays are like for you, but holidays are fucked up for me. Now the good news is in recovery, I'm not the only one who had this experience. And in recovery, a lot of people in AA and NA, they put on big marathon meetings. They put on meetings every hour, on the hour, all day long to try to give us a little bit extra support on the holidays, because people understand what it feels like. You know, you're going through these holidays with maybe family members have passed, or maybe you have not yet been sober long enough and your family still won't talk to you, or maybe you've been sober for a long time and your family still won't talk to you, man. And these bring up some negative feelings. And we talked about feelings last week, man. Feelings can get you loaded, man. Feelings make you call your drug dealer and be like, I can't stand fucking feeling like this anymore. Why don't you hook me up? And the last little bit about the holidays, it's always a trip to me, is my fucking drug dealer didn't work on the holidays. He ain't answering the phone on fucking Christmas. So sometimes I'll just spend Christmas dope sick. All day I'd just be watching football and holding my stomach like, oh man, I can't wait till tomorrow when I can get some heroin.
Fucking selfish bastard.
But thank God I never have to go through that again. I never have to live through a dope sick Christmas again. Sean, you ever have a dope sick Christmas?
Yeah, definitely. The holidays of, I love that word trepidation, because every, holiday it probably comes around August, and I have that feeling of fear of something that may happen for the next few months until actually the holidays are over. The last few Christmases has been a little rough, just newly sober, trying to get my feet on the ground. This one's going to be a little different. The 4-point plan has helped me to manage my finances a little better. It's helped me to get a sober foundation, a structure, being able to put my priorities first and my responsibilities in order. But in the past, there's always been a situational difficulty at every holiday with either me or my brother or, something. Holidays have always been chaos for the most part. The last few years have been chaos. There's always something, and it all has to do with drugs and alcohol, either being dope sick during the holidays or just being extremely drunk, blacking out, and just ruining Christmas because the Grinch and Santa, and God knows more about the Grinch. But me and Guy have some similar stories. We used to spend some holidays together when we were a lot younger, and he's got a lot of the same memories that I do, and because we actually been to the same Christmases together when we were younger, and between my family and my dad, and just alcohol in general just always not always ruined it, but always played a factor in some chaotic situation that happened. Or so yeah, trepidation is real, and that's the word of the day. And I'm looking forward for that to be over. And like JR says, it's having a little bit of hope, and just being sober is enough to keep me sane through it, and to keep me level headed, and just keep me calm and a happy medium, and just to get. And I imagine the more time I get sober, the easier they'll come. But I'm still pretty new, and so I just do one day at a time and just do a lot of prayer. Christmas is Christmas, It's all about the kids.
Keep hope alive, brother.
Keep hope alive.
In NA, we say that our message is hope and our promise is freedom, and we're all free this year for Christmas, and we got some hope. What I don't have is I don't have a fucking Christmas tree. I think I have a little $10 purple Christmas tree in my garage in a box, but I haven't bothered pulling it out because you know what? I'm not a big fan of Christmas, man. I don't have a lot of good memories about Christmas. Christmas doesn't bring back beautiful memories that make me smile and feel warm inside. And I don't have no fucking stockings hanging over the chimney. And I don't, but this year is different because I got my grandson now. My grandson lives in Los Angeles. So I did go out and buy a bunch of toys. And I'll tell the truth, I do like toys, man. I've been having fun walking around in the toy department of the department stores and picking out some toys for my grandson. It's just pretty awesome. So I got him a little stuffed Ric Flair doll. Woo, 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 styling and profiling. My little grandson's gonna be like, "What the hell is this?"
Yourself too?
What's that?
Stuffed Hell? Did you get one for yourself? A little stuffed Hell Kid doll?
Oh well, I've had stuffed Hell Kid for a few years now. That's one of two. The other one I gave to my daughter, and her boyfriend chopped its head off and burned it. So I haven't had any more stuffed Hell Kids made, but I did get a stuffed Ric Flair, and it is the coolest thing I've ever seen. Hey, Guy, we're talking about Christmas. We're talking about, the things that we've gone through in Christmas and the feelings we've gone through in Christmas. And so you're kind of a fucking weirdo, how you get all excited about all the holidays. You always get dressed up. Are you one of these jackasses that's listening to Christmas music 24/7 and eating candy canes for breakfast and all that?
JR, Christmas is the most wonderful time of the year.
Oh, fuck you.
Oh, man. I do like holidays. My mom she loved holidays. And my family, I came from a big family. I don't know, we would get excited. It was a lot of action and going on and stuff. But there was a lot of that craziness going on too. There's something about the holidays, and people want to get fucked up during the holidays. And people go in excess during the holidays. We go in excess with our buying. We go in excess with our shopping, with our using, with our eating, with our drinking, all of that stuff. And we let it all out. A lot of times there was some like wild shit going on in the holidays. Some bad. Oh, can you guys still hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, buddy.
There was a lot of bad, crazy shit going on too. I can relate to that. I don't know what it is. This time of year, I think people do get a little, I don't know, sad or feeling down during the holidays, whether it's they're missing some of those memories of the good things, or they're thinking about family they can't be around, all kinds of shit. It happens for people that are people like us that are addicts, alcoholics, people in addiction, and it happens with the rest of the world out there too. It's a lot of pressure we put on ourselves this time of year. But all I know is that when I had substances in during the holidays, it usually gets a hell of a lot worse. So I try to stay away from that right now.
Yeah, you better be staying away from substances in the holidays. Guy, what the fuck, man? You better not be drinking. You better not be smoking weed. You better not be smoking crack. I'm going to drug test you at work. I'm going to make sure.
Let's do it.
No standing on the corner in that Santa hat asking for change.
Yeah, man.
Even though you don't need it, you just want to do it just because.
Guy in a Santa hat and a
good memories.
Jingle bell G-string.
Just give me a lot of bucks on the corner.
I mean, like for me, the craziness happened later on in life when I was introduced to drugs and alcohol. But when I was a kid, like my grandparents, they spoiled all of us kids. I had great memories when I was younger of Christmases. Christmases were good when I was younger. But then as we got older, then they started drinking. I don't know if it even has to do with the drinking, but as we got older and the family kind of, we weren't as close as we used to be, then it started getting a little chaotic. But in the beginning, when I was young, my grandparents, they spoiled us so much. Like we had the best memorable Christmases there was. So the chaotic ones didn't start till later on for me.
There was one thing that I was enjoying about Christmas, and that was fucking Disneyland. Disneyland changed everything up down there for Christmas. They would go through and decorate everything different. It's a Small World. They would go through and they would redecorate all the little things in the ride to be Christmassy. And I loved going to Disneyland at Christmas. You'd walk down Main Street at Disneyland and it would start snowing with some fake ass snow because we live in California and it doesn't really snow for real here, right? But they would have fake snow on Disneyland on Main Street at like 7:00 at night. And it was kind of a fun little experience. So I like that part of Christmas, but the rest of Christmas, man, I'm not into it. Like I am into sweets. I am into cookies. But if I walk through the grocery store today, and I will be at the grocery store today, I'll walk through and I'll see all the setups around the liquor aisle. And they'll have a whole bunch of bottles of booze, right? And then I'll see people in the checkout line and they'll be buying bottles of booze. And I'll look at that and I'll try to get the image in my head of what it might look like in this pandemic 2020 of celebrating Christmas and maybe having a nice hot toddy, a nice little tumbler full of Jack Daniels and, you know, sipping on the holidays. And I think, oh man, that seems kind of sexy. You know, that there's some appeal to that. That's a little inviting. But then I got to play the tape through, and I got to remember that, you know, 24 hours later, I'll be in the Jingle Bell G-string with the guy's Christmas hat on the corner, trying to turn a trick for another hit of crack. I know how this thing plays out, man. I am familiar with this. I understand that drinking and using ends up at the same place for me, and that is fucking complete and total degradation. That is jails, institutions, and death. And I'll tell you what, man, when we go and we work, right, in a drug rehab, and we are there with the patients, and we're counseling them, I can clearly see, man, that I don't want to be on the other side of that again. I do not want to be in the seat of the patient ever again, to trying to get sober again, man, because it's a hard experience. That fucking first week sober, that first month sober, that first year sober, I don't want to do that shit again, man, because it's really hard. It's hard work. You know, we're there for them, and we're going to do what we can to support them and help them. But the truth is, man, it's your disease. When you're new in recovery, your disease is in your brain. It's going crazy saying, give me some drugs. Give me one more. You just want one more. Just give me one more. In my brain, I hear this thought sometimes still, but definitely when I was new, it'll say, I just need one more. If you just do it one more time, I won't bother you anymore, because all I need is one. And I start thinking, well, maybe if I just give it one, then maybe it'll shut up and I won't have to go back to selling my ass for crack or whatever, right? And then I play the tape through and I realize it's not about one more. The truth is I have a disease that lives in my brain that can overtake me, body, mind, spirit, soul. It could overtake me completely. And what it wants is not one fucking more. It wants me to do drugs all day, every day for the rest of my life. And that's a scary fucking thought. Think about that. If I'm at the grocery store today and I decide to grab a little bottle of Jack because I think it sounds sexy, the truth is that for the rest of my life, every single fucking day, I'm going to be using like crazy. And probably my life will be shorter and more terrible because I'll be drinking and using. I know that when I was drinking and using, my life was fucking awful. I would not want to return to that for anything. It was hell, man. I don't want to be sucked up and skinny and fucking strung out and dope sick on Christmas and ashamed to talk to people that love me, ashamed to look in the mirror and afraid to look in the mirror how fucking disgusting I fucking look and feeling on the inside like I can't even pray because I done shit all over everything that I believed was good and valuable in my life, to where I don't even think that God should be having to listen to my dumbass pray to him. Like, I get some serious, deep self-hatred when I use, man, and I know that. And so I can't go back to using, man. Even if my brain tries to trick me and say, oh, it's sexy. You get a little bottle of Jack Daniels and grow some hair on your chest and you're a man. Your cock will probably be about 3 inches longer if you just have some Jack Daniels. Nah, man, I know what will happen, man. My life will fucking suck. I'll be skinny, miserable, sick, and everybody that I love will hate me. And I don't ever want to go back to that, man. The cool thing is this Christmas, I'm going to be around people who love me. My fucking kid, man, and my grandson and my wife. They're going to be there and they're going to love me because it's Christmas and they like Grandpa JR, or Papa Hell Kid, as they call me. They're going to love me. It's going to be cool, man. So I ain't got to drink to try to be sexy. I ain't got to go smoke crack and ruin everything for everybody. I could just be sober and happy. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to hit a marathon meeting or 2 or 3, and I'm going to give some support to some newcomers. And, you know, I'm going to stay sober, man, because that's what we got to do. That's what we got to do.
That's funny.
What are you going to do, Sean?
What?
What are you going to do for Christmas?
Well, I mean, my kids are in Vegas right now because, you know, my coronavirus scare. I had to quarantine them for 2 weeks, so they've been there for the last couple of weeks. I'm supposed to go there and have a Christmas. I ordered a bunch of Amazon packages, so I think I'm gonna bring Santa to Vegas for him and hang out there for a couple of days and come back. And it's all about the kids, you know. Like,
Bringing me?
what? You want to go?
Oh, I thought you said Santa.
Santa. I don't know. There's like, the trepidation. I still have that today, and I'm surprised. Like, just by you saying that word is helped me be aware of what the feeling I have right now, and what I've had for the last few months is because
Feeling.
feelings. I got these feelings, and now I got to call my sponsor later and express the word I have, because my sponsor's amazing. But I'm just gonna obviously stay sober, number one, because that's most important. My sobriety comes first, no matter what. And then just go to see the little joy in my kid's face.
Listen, I get it. I get it. I love my kid. You love your kids. It's about, being there for them and loving them and enjoying the holiday with them. Absolutely. But here's a piece that a lot of people don't get. There are 24 hours in a fucking day. You give those kids 23 of those hours, man, but you take one of those hours
for
and
sure,
you go
for
to
sure.
a fucking meeting. Go to a fucking meeting. I am so sick of people's fucking bullshit excuses about why they can't go to meetings. Well, I was really busy. It was Christmas and I was with the family. Motherfucker, tell that family if they want you to be here next Christmas, they
Right.
need to let you go for an hour and get into a fucking meeting. And thank God we got the coronavirus. We don't even have to go nowhere. We could just flip it on our phone, man. You go find somewhere and sit down by yourself and put yourself in a meeting for an hour, man. And remember, the reason that you're here having Christmas with the people you love is because you're not in jails, institutions, and death. And the reason you're not in jails, institutions, and death is because you got a fucking meeting to go to. You got fucking recovery. So make sure, Shine, know that you love the kids and we love you. We know that you're going to be there for them. But you take fucking 60 minutes out of that day, man. You get your ass into a meeting. Meeting makers stay clean. Meeting makers make it.
Yeah, I feel like I failed that question you asked me. Yeah, definitely. A meeting is definitely included in my day for sure, especially on Thanksgiving. I mean, especially on Christmas, because in the past, there's many Christmases I can remember where I ended up in jail on Christmas. Me and my brother both ended up in jail on the same night, or just creating horrible memories. And if I would have done a meeting back then, and who knows? But so yeah, definitely, a meeting will definitely be part of my day, and I'll definitely be calling my sponsor that day for sure.
I know someone that's for sure going to be in some meetings, even though he's a big family guy. He's probably going to be out there with his fucking 1,300 fucking brothers and sisters doing the shameless thing. Guy will definitely be finding his way into a meeting because he knows that meeting makers make it.
Yeah, one thing I won't be doing, I won't be standing on the corner doing the Jingle Bell G-string dance. I will not do that this year.
Get it,
I don't have to, even though sometimes I want to do that again. But
do it at home.
Have to.
Yeah,
I don't have
it in the mirror. You can do it in the privacy of your own home.
All right, I might do that. But I don't have to do that. I don't have to do that for crack or for alcohol or for anything else anymore. I definitely will be hitting up some meetings. I have heard of some marathon meetings. There's always the meetings that are normally going on during that day. Unlike the drug dealer, like you said, that might shut down on a holiday, or a store that might be closed during a holiday. The meetings don't shut down during the holidays. They keep going because they know meetings keep going during the holiday. They know that people need it and have to have a meeting, especially during the holiday.
On Christmas, there ain't no dope dealers, but there sure are hope dealers. We roll out in force on the holidays, man. We gonna be there. Let me tell you about a couple of my Christmases when I was out there using. I spent 3 Christmases in a row in the treatment center that I currently work at. I went to detox every year on Christmas, 3 years in a row. And I can't actually explain why, other than when you're in detox on Christmas, you don't have to get your girlfriend a Christmas present because you're in detox. And so it's an excuse. But I think that I would go into detox on Christmas because I was afraid I was going to kill myself. I think I was afraid I was going to inject so much heroin and cocaine in my arm that my heart was going to stop and I was going to die because I got so full of negativity on the holidays, man. Because before I got sober, me and my kid didn't talk. And every day I woke up and I hated myself for not talking to my kid. And so when Christmas rolled around, it just reminded me even more. It reinforced the idea that I was a terrible father and I wasn't there for her. And she would spend another Christmas without me, and I was spending another Christmas without her, and I fucking hated myself and I wanted to die. And so I think that my survival instinct was taking me to detox on Christmas, something to help me fucking not fucking shoot myself to death with heroin and coke. So it's funny now, man, because it's Christmas week and I work at that treatment center and I'm gonna be there all week, man, and I'm gonna be seeing people there on Christmas and knowing exactly how they feel, man, knowing what that's like. And when I was there, man, they used to give us little gift bags. There wasn't that much in it, right? Like a toothbrush and some toothpaste and maybe a t-shirt with the name of the treatment center on it. So it was but I was there, man. I was there doing it, and I did not get clean at Christmas, but I stayed alive. So that was something, right? Yeah, man, people hurt during the holidays, man. It's a miserable time for some of us, but a lot of people absolutely love it and they enjoy it. And it's just a big ass celebration. But I know I'm not alone. There are other people that are not big Christmas fans, but this year on Christmas Day, man, I'm gonna spend it with my grandson Jack, and I think it's gonna be a good one. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to Friday, man. I'm looking forward to Friday. I'm gonna go see my little man, my little grandson.
That's awesome, JR. Because I know how you feel about the holidays, and I've heard you share many times about the holidays, and you're just not really a holiday person. So it actually brings me joy knowing that you're looking forward to it this year. So I think I knew last year. I remember you were not looking forward to it last year. You were just. I think you asked me what I was doing for mine, and I don't think I was doing much last year either because I was still new and still trying to build my life. But you made me feel like I wasn't alone because here you are with you had 12 years back then, or last year, and the holidays can be rough, especially with COVID and the pandemic, and so to staying connected, staying connected to your home or any group, and like the meetings is definitely a way to not be alone. That's what I did last year, actually. That's what I did last year because I couldn't be around my family, and I'm pretty sure JR, my sponsor, said no, get to a meeting or two, and I think I did a few meetings at least 2 meetings last year, and I just stayed connected, and I had some people from, that I was in recovery with that we would talk. So I stayed connected because fellowshipping is the most important, especially if you're going to be alone, because we understand each other.
I think that word trepidation.
I love it.
It is true.
I don't love it.
The meaning of it, in case the audience doesn't know, it's a feeling of fear or agitation about something that may happen, right? Sounds like a little bit like anxiety. I have a fear of something that may happen, or agitation. Maybe we're upset. I think holidays definitely bring that about in us. We don't know what's going to happen during these holidays, especially this year, like Sean said, with the virus going on or things like that. And we never know. We have expectations of what people are going to get us or what we should get them or how they're going to act if we go see them during the holidays. A lot of it is always what I found in my life. It's always fear-based. I have a fear of the unknown. I have a fear of what could happen or what might happen. It's always fear, fear, fear. And it happens this time of year. It does. It happens to all people, I think, most people in the world, and especially with people like us. We have, sometimes we have the fear of whether or not we were going to get our fix for the holidays, like JR was talking about, or how the family's going to be acting. This year, I don't even know. I'm not sure even exactly what the holiday plans are going to look like. This time of year, I reminisce about some of the good times that I did have as a child that Sean brought up earlier. Some of it was like, I have some good memories. It was chaos and a lot of crazy shit going on, but it makes me miss my mom. This time of year, it was a couple days ago was the 3-year anniversary of my mom's death. And I don't feel it coming on until the day before or that day, and then it hits me. I get a little emotional, I get a little sad, or I start thinking about her and wishing I can just see her one more time or things like that. But that comes, I I can talk to her today. I feel like she's listening to me, and I feel like she definitely would not want me to be getting drunk and loaded because she's gone. I guarantee that. So that's just another pressure that I put on, that I just get. I can't stop that from happening. It happens to me, and that's okay. What am I going to do about it? Am I going to sit there, be alone, thinking about a way out instead of being around other people in recovery where I can talk to about it, or maybe somebody's gone through a similar situation? I can make that connection with other people, be around other people, talk to them on the phone, maybe go to that meeting that we keep talking about. I have people in my life that I can talk to about that.
That's right.
I have people that I can talk to, a sponsor, people in my home group, people that I've gotten to know by going to these meetings. And it started off with going to those 90 meetings in 90 days.
Guy, thanks for getting us, opening up to us and telling us about those feelings that you have, man, and thinking about your mom on the holiday. And I get that. One of the traditions that I grew up with is when the holidays roll around, we call up our loved ones, right? And for a lot of us, our parents aren't there anymore. But now when the holidays roll around and I go down my list, I call my daughter, right? I call my mom, she's still with us. And you know who else is on that list of people I call every Christmas?
Sponsor.
Yeah, my sponsor, man. I'm gonna call my sponsor. I can't help myself. I gotta call. I've actually spent Christmas at his house one year. I spent Thanksgiving at his house one year. He's a big football fan, so we'll watch football together. But yeah, when Christmas rolls around this week, I'll call him or he'll call me. It's kind of like a race, man, because what it is there's something about the holidays that draws you to the people that you love. And I don't know, man. Outside of my kid and my wife, my friends, I love my sponsor, man. That guy's right near the top of the list. That guy saved my life, man. So I'm gonna call him every Christmas, even if I'm miserable and everything. And, it's sometimes because he's empathic, man. My sponsor, he understands how I feel. He'll call me up and he'll be like, JR, man, I know that Christmas isn't always the best time for you, but I want you to know I love you. And I'm like, oh, thanks, Bob. I love you too, buddy.
That guy.
Yeah. And I tell everyone, they'll listen, man. If you had been there on Friday, Sean, I gushed for about 10, 15 minutes at guys meeting, talking about how much I love my sponsor. It was pretty cool too, man, because as soon as we were done, I was like, is there anybody else that wants to share? And immediately Guy's sponsee raised his hand and was like, oh, I want to talk about my sponsor too. I love my sponsor. It was fucking awesome, man.
Again, I apologize, man.
Don't worry about it.
I feel bad again.
It's Christmas time. And it's a cool time to love your sponsor. You know what I'm saying? Now is the time, man. Make sure when Friday rolls around, you better be calling your sponsor and telling them happy birthday. Or happy birthday.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
What the fuck am I thinking?
Unless it's excited dates on Christmas, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Christmas Eve is my 6th month. So this year it'll be 12 and a half years on Christmas Eve.
So 12 years.
Yeah.
No, 12 and a half, bitch.
12. 12. Maybe a guy will give you a Twinkie.
Yeah, give me 12 and a half Twinkies.
I love those Twinkies.
I never got one, so.
Oh, that's what it is.
No, I'm glad you brought up like the mom thing, because like I can relate a lot to that, because my mom died of cancer a few years back, and if the family wasn't all that close like throughout the year. Me and my mom were super close. Like, she was my best friend. She was my number one. And after she died, it was pretty dark. But, especially for like Thanksgiving and Christmas, like she always made sure the family would get together. Even though one of us, mostly me or my older brother, would end up getting drunk and blacking out and doing something stupid, or leaving Christmas, going to get loaded, go gambling and just getting arrested. but she always was the one that made sure that the family would get together. She would coordinate everything. You know, I mostly did the cooking because I used to be a chef. So we just it was fun until the alcohol took over and we would end up getting an argument or a fight. But you know, like the holidays, you know, without my mom, at first it was rough. You know, it's been 7 years now, so it gets a little easier. You know, but like I said, like she would not want me getting loaded or drunk because I feel bad that she's gone or that I'm sad that she's gone. She would not want that. She wouldn't. So I mean, I think I like you know I talk to her and you know sometimes I feel her not as much as I used to, but she would be happy. I mean, as of if she knew, like I'm sure she knows, but you know it's that one's rough, you know. But don't have to get drunk or get loaded over it because I don't believe that's what she would want anyways.
So, hey, I have this feeling too, man. I think about this a lot, and I'm sure if both you and I feel, a lot of other people do. Sometimes when we consider relapsing, we wonder, man, what would that be doing, to the memory of our loved ones? Would that honor them at all? It's certainly not what they would want. Like my brother died with a needle in his arm, man, and I loved my brother. That was my fucking hero, right? And I know if I were to relapse, man, that's not what he would want. Like if he's sitting in heaven somewhere watching the JR show, the last thing in the world he wants to see is me to go down that path and relapse again and fucking use again, right?
Right.
And the people that we love that aren't here anymore, sometimes, man, sometimes the best we can do to honor their memory is to stay sober.
Yeah.
And maybe there's other reasons to stay sober, man. Whatever it fucking takes for you to stay sober, do that. And a big one that you could do, especially you two, because you guys got my number, fucking call me, man. Call me before you use. Because if you got a good enough reason to use, I'll buy, man. We'll go out and we'll go party for the holidays if that's what's on the menu, if that's what needs to happen. But you got to have a good enough reason. And so far, for 12 and a half years, I have not heard a good enough reason to relapse, to drink and use again, right? So if someone calls me up and says, man, I'm hurting because, my loved ones aren't here anymore, they passed away, and I want to get high beyond that, I think that is not a fucking good reason, man. That's not a good enough reason. That's a good reason to stay sober, man. I'm going to stay sober so that my brother knows I learned a little something from him fucking losing his life to this disease, or his fucking son losing his life to this disease, man. We can fucking survive this. We can survive feelings. We can survive holidays. We never have to use again, even if you want to. You never have to use again, even if you want to. And if you're anything like me, man, I always used when I didn't want to. I wanted to quit so fucking bad, and there I was using again anyways, man. But I didn't have to. I never have to use again. You never have to use again. It's kind of a blessing, and it's one of the major messages that we get in the program is that you never got to do this again, man. You can stay sober, and it'll be worthwhile. What do you think, Guy?
Even very good. And even if you want to, you still don't have to. You still don't have to. There's a way that we do it.
Oh, yeah, there's a way. It's called the 4-point plan, baby. What you need to do is go to meetings, man. You need to call your sponsor on Christmas. If you ain't calling your sponsor on Christmas, there's something wrong with you. You need to call your sponsor, be like, hey, sponsor, Merry Christmas, motherfucker. Woo! Yeah. I know. I'll be calling my sponsor on Christmas.
I'm gonna say that to my sponsor, Bob. I'm wondering how he's gonna take that. Merry Christmas, motherfucker!
Woo! Guy, are you drunk?
Yeah, he's gonna be like, Guy, we need to talk.
Yeah.
I love that dude.
Hell, I'll probably call you guys as sponsors and wish you a Merry Christmas because there's something weird about it.
Yeah. If I knew your guys' sponsor, I'd call him too and thank him for saving your guys' life.
Hey, you should call Bob, man, because Bob is sick. Bob got the COVID.
Oh man, is he all right?
Yeah, I think he's all right, but I get real scared, man.
Yeah,
I love my sponsor so much. That's like my favorite guy, and now he's fucking struggling with the COVID, and I'm hopeful that he's just gonna make a full recovery and everything will be fine. But the numbers are scary and the numbers are ugly. But you know what, man? I heard some numbers today that really flipped me the fuck out, and I had to double and triple check them because I thought it was some bullshit the first time I read it. But this year in San Francisco, drug overdoses have far outnumbered COVID deaths. Way more people have died from drugs in San Francisco than they have died from COVID.
Really?
And I mean, we know that COVID is crazy because it's overwhelming the hospitals. They're running out of beds and shit. But you know, I guess people just don't make it to the hospital when they die from drugs, man. They just drop dead. So it's an ugly thing out there. And every year during the holidays, the overdoses go up. If you talk to people that work in hospitals, they see a lot more overdoses around the holidays. I think it's one of the reasons that we run the marathon meetings in AA and NA is because we know that it's a dangerous time of the year for alcoholics and addicts, man. People will fucking get you loaded and die. People will drink themselves to death. People will do drugs until they die on the holidays, probably behind their fucking fucked up feelings. So what can you do to stay alive during the holidays, or even better, enjoy the holidays? How about this, man? Why don't you go to a meeting? Why don't you call your sponsor and wish them a Merry Christmas, right? Why don't you talk to the people in your home group, make sure that you stay close to the people that you go to meetings to regularly. Sean, I expect you to call those quality of life people. Guy, I expect you to be over there with the Valley Club people. I'm gonna still stay in touch with the people that were in my home group for the first 10 years of my recovery, the sharing from the heart people, and I'm gonna talk to them and wish them Merry Christmas. I got a Christmas card yesterday from someone at my men's meeting, my Wednesday night NA men's meeting, wishing me a Merry Christmas. So stay in touch with those people that are like your second family, man, your home group. And then, you know, here's a crazy idea on Christmas of all days. Find a way to give back, man. Find a way to be a service. Go fucking help somebody. I know a lot of people will go and volunteer their time in the holidays over at the mission, the midnight mission, or they'll go out on the street and pass out like clean socks and shit like that. Like people love to be a service on the holidays, man. But you know, people like us, we love to be a service every day. And I think it's important when we're looking at the 4-point plan that we remember, you know, as we need to stay sober and we need to stay connected to people, we need to go out and help somebody on Christmas so that we can keep what we have. We can only keep what we have by giving it away, man. So you can only keep your sobriety by helping someone else get sober and stay sober. You can do it. I can do it. I know y'all can. I'll probably be, you know, at the fucking rehab talking to people or helping them out, doing that thing that we do, right? So you never have to use, and you can fucking stay sober on Christmas and you can help somebody. So the idea is to incorporate the 4-point plan into your holiday. If I say 90 meetings in 90 days, what I'm saying is go to a meeting, man. There's a marathon meeting and they're going to run a meeting every hour for 24 hours. You can do 24 meetings in one day and then only have to do 76 meetings.
I don't think that counts.
66 meetings?
That doesn't count.
60, you only got to do 66 meetings over the next 89 days.
89 more. Doesn't count.
90 and 90. It counts, baby. It counts.
No, it doesn't.
Gosh, you suckers.
3 months.
Can you dig it?
Maybe it'll count for your recovery, but I don't think you'll get credit for 24 meetings.
Yeah.
You
There's
probably
a lot of meetings going on this time of year. Anybody who's listening, there's a lot of meetings going on this time of year, and you guys can get to one. 90 doesn't stop during the holidays, though. Neither does our sobriety.
Oh, but I'm so busy, guy. I gotta go and call my mom that day, and I won't have time to go to a meeting because I'll be so busy. I'm gonna go and get some Chinese food with my roommate, so I don't have time to go to a meeting.
Chinese food goes good with sake. Better go to a meeting.
Yeah, we got it.
If you live in the LA area, just go to sfeaa.org. Tons of meetings on there.
We didn't take time off for our using. We don't take time off for our recovery either.
Well, JR's drug dealer took time off.
Yeah, my drug dealer took time off.
So did you have to buy it the day before? That was a miserable part of it. Like, especially like if I was going to like a family member's out of town, and you always had to make sure you had enough to get you through, and you never do. You never do. You always run out.
I could buy $1,000 worth of heroin, and it would still be gone by noon the next day.
Right.
And I would have to wait 24 hours and get sick as fuck before you'd start working again, answer his phone again. It's
Miserable.
fucking terrible, man.
It's miserable. It's exhausting. It's so exhausting.
Oh, man. Think about that, man. Holidays while you're using. So bad. So fucking terrible. As if they weren't bad enough on their own. You throw a fucking drug habit on there or alcohol habit and you're fucked on the holidays.
Yeah, I used to take a lot of pills I used to take a lot of pills because of my back, and my mom had back surgery, so she always had pain pills, and I would always go there, and I would always run out, and I would always end up sneaking in my mom's room and trying to find her bottle and taking 5, 6 Norcos, and it was just miserable. It was just a miserable experience.
Hey,
Just
did
to
you
be
notice?
having that. Ugh,
What a thief.
Did
yeah,
you
what a
notice
piece of
that?
shit.
Did you notice the alcoholics were always drunker on Christmas, guy? What the fuck, man? Why would people get
Yeah.
drunker on Christmas? You're drunk every day, anyways. Why is
I
Christmas?
was, but especially during Christmas, man. I think they put a little something extra inside those alcohol bottles at this time of year.
Yeah, it's called feelings.
They give you that ripple just becomes extra powerful, man.
Oh, I got the ripple.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's just something about it. We love just to keep on drinking during these times of year.
Well, you don't have to drink this year, buddy, because you got the 4-point plan to keep you sober. So I hope you guys listen to me today. I hope you listen to my suggestions. I hope you are going to go to a meeting. I hope you're going to call your sponsor. You're going to talk to your people in your home group, and you're going to find a way to be of service to somebody, because that's how the 4-point plan works, man. That's what y'all need to do on this Friday, Christmas 2020. You got to find a way to incorporate the 4-point plan and stay sober, baby. Because if you do, man, 2021, they're going to get rid of the fucking coronavirus, and we're going to have freedom again, and we're going to have an awesome life to go out there and live. We're going to be going to meetings in person, and we're going to have just the greatest year ever. And you better be prepared for it. And the way to do that, man, is you got to stay sober. You got to go to meetings, call your sponsor, call your home group, go to your home group, find a way to be a service, find a service commitment, do things to stay sober, man. You can do this. Do the 4-point plan. It works for us, man. And I didn't think anything was going to work for me. I didn't think anything would ever get me to stay sober. And to stay sober through the holidays, it's not the easiest thing in the world. If you're like me, a highly emotional feelings guy, just a big pussy is what my friends call me. If you're like me, man, it's hard to fucking stay sober when you're feeling miserable and down and sad and thinking of the people that aren't here anymore, or thinking of all the Christmases gone by that you fucked up at, man, or thinking, man, I just will never be able to afford to give my family and my loved ones everything I think they deserve. If you go through all those things, man, and you stay sober, man, then your life is going to be awesome. And the way to do that is to incorporate that 4-point plan into your holiday season. Sean, what are you going to do to incorporate the 4-point plan this Friday on Christmas, brother?
Well, sponsor, definitely. I'm gonna go to meetings. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do anything service wise, except for just help out, around the house or whatever. But definitely, I'm gonna call my sponsor, and I'm gonna call you guys. Call people who are help me get sober, and people that help me stay sober, and I help them stay sober. You pretty much summed everything up, JR, with your answer. I'm just gonna go to a meeting.
I think you should get somebody a ham. Just get a ham and just find somebody that looks like they need a ham and just throw it at them. That's
a good service deed right there.
A frozen ham?
Yeah, any kind of ham. Just throw them a ham. Just give them some sliced.
Not hard. Meat. Not hard. Don't
Not
do it.
hard.
Underhanded. Lob the ham at them.
All right. All right. I'll make a point to stop by Tent City, not Skid Row, but I'll go drop off some socks or something. I'll do that.
All right. You could have somebody do it. That maybe it's safer for them if you think it'd be close.
Like you.
Don't do it alone.
Like you.
Watch. We done fucked up, and Sean will be down at fucking
405
middle of the night at the fucking tent collection where everybody's shooting heroin. Sean will be like, "Hey, I brought some socks," and they're like, "Oh, great, thanks. Come on in. We just cooked some heroin."
We're down to 405.
Guy, what are you gonna do, man? What are you gonna do to stay sober for Christmas, brother?
I think I'll incorporate that 4-point plan. I'll definitely hit a meeting.
You better hit a fucking meeting.
The days before too. I'm gonna hit a meeting. I will talk to my sponsor like that and wish him a merry fucking, or however you said it, merry fucking Christmas, man.
Merry Christmas,
motherfucker. I will do that, and I will talk to some other alcoholics that are usually in my home group. Actually, my home group is on Christmas Day, so I will be in my home group
Oh yeah.
on Christmas Day.
Oh shit, my home group's on Christmas Day too.
I know it's
Yeah, so I'm gonna be
Uh,
in my home group.
hey, Sean, what time's that meeting start on Christmas Day?
6 p.m.
Oh, it starts at 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they start that?
6 p.m. I'll be in my home group. I'll be talking to people in my home group.
I'll be there
I
too.
still will have a commitment at that home group. And you know what? I'm going to be of service in all kinds of ways, though. You know, we can. There might be a newcomer that's struggling to stay sober right there. I might shoot him my phone number and say, "Hey, buddy, if you don't want to drink tonight, call me later on," or whatever. You know, there's a million ways to be of service.
Hell yeah, baby. So we all got good plans. And we're all going to be at guys meeting on Friday night, on Christmas night, and getting excited for the evening. I'm stoked, man. Make sure you send us that reminder text, guy. Make sure that we're there, brother. Even if I'm out there with my grandson, I'll find a way to go log in on my phone and be there.
There you go.
Because
At least listen in.
I know that the reason I get to spend Christmas with my grandson is because I got sober and I stayed sober using the 4-point plan. Hey, everybody, don't forget to go check out the website, 4pointplan.com. Spell it out, 4pointplan.com, right? You can go look at J.R. Roberts' YouTube channel. You can find other episodes of the 4-point plan. Like I said, this is episode 25. We survived 25 episodes. We're going to do 25 more and 25 more after that because we are out here. We are committed and dedicated to carrying the message of the 4-point plan. The one that says you need to go to 90 meetings in 90 days, get a sponsor, get a home group, get a commitment. If you do these things, you can stay sober and have a life beyond your wildest dreams. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
Oh!
Guys, stay out of my chimney.
I'm coming to get you, Sean. Merry Christmas, everyone.